From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on Lalate.
Passed. It's passed. Congratulations. About 35 minutes ago on the video right before this, you saw when I went live, the House of Representatives have passed your $1,400 third stimulus check. It's done. Congratulations. And it's business lunch, so time to eat. On business lunch, I show you the big money that's available for you on a third stimulus, whether you are a sole practitioner or an independent contractor, whether you're an Uber or Lyft driver, whether you're a Postmates operator or an Airbnb renter, a plumber, electrician. All this applies to you. How much? Not just a $1,400 stimulus check, but $5,000 on top of it. Yes, you personally are getting $6,400 under the third stimulus package. And I'm showing it to you right now as Business Grant Lunch starts on Noontime Lalate. It's a big day across the land as we are crashing into third stimulus law. The House of Representatives passed your third stimulus bill minutes ago. And with that, if you're an Airbnb, Grubhub, Postmates, electrician, plumber, anything like that, you're not getting $1,400. You're getting $6,400. In this recording, I'm going to show you just how. More importantly, I'm going to show you that of that $6,400, $5,000 will literally, based upon my predictions of having gotten people $25 million in April, May, and June of last year for EIDL, I can fully predict that the viewers of this channel will get the $5,000, but others won't within 3 days after it goes live. These are the details, but first, hit that subscribe button and like this video. You're going to see in a second why you really have to subscribe. The most important item that applies to the most number of viewers of this channel is a $5,000 EIDL grant for a sole practitioner all the way up to a business owner with less than 10 employees under the third stimulus package. Again, the eligibility literally covers almost every viewer of this channel who operates that type of lifestyle. Less than 10 employees is the first qualification, that's you, and you had a downturn of your business because of the pandemic. That's you. It can be Uber, Lyft, Postmates, Grubhub, Airbnb, any of the delivery food services, Grubhub, anything that you make money, provided you're doing your tax return correctly. If you're not using a Schedule C, you need to do a Schedule C. If you don't know what a Schedule C is, go to irs.gov right after this recording and look it up. Basically, when you're an Uber Lyft driver and you make $6,000, you're supposed to list that on Schedule C, which is a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper which says C in the corner. And you're supposed to list $6,000 on your gross revenue. You're supposed to list how much it cost you to do it. And then that number appears on the main part of your tax return. It's a very simple concept. But some people, for some reason, don't realize that's the way they're supposed to list it. It's a required element when getting these grants because they're going to ask to prove up that you actually did Uber and Lyft. And the evidence of it is that Schedule C. Thank you, Kelly, for becoming a member. Everyone welcome Kelly to the family. So, what is this? Let me explain two things. One, you just learned the amount. It's $5,000 exactly. And two, you also learned the eligibility. You so far looks good. You're getting this. This is you. So what's hard about getting this money? The hardest thing, look right at me, is blinking. I kid you not. Blinking will cause you to not get the $5,000. What's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. I'm going to read from you what the law says. Well, the bill, which is becoming law in the next 24 hours. The bill provides that the $5,000 EIDL grant will be administered by SBA.gov. That's easy. If you go to SBA.gov right now, it's not there. But when will it open? Where do I get the money? There's Henry, and there's Lisa, there's Krista, there's Victor, and there's Team Angel. Where do I get that money? Well, you have to go to SBA.gov when the application window opens. Wait a second. What day is it open? This is the blinking factor. The application window under the law says it must open within 28 days of it becoming law. If it becomes law today, then within 28 days, SBA must open the application and keep it open, the law says, for 14 days. This is the key factor. The factor is not so much how many days it's open. The key factor is what hour of what day it opens. If you've been with me for a few weeks, you've seen me not say, don't track a check. This is one of the few circumstances you track a website. The minute the application window opens, you apply literally that minute. Because as soon as SBA opens the application window, I guarantee you, based upon having done this now for 9-10 months, is it will run out of money in 3 days. And that may be even sooner. On Thursday, the President of the United States will address the country in a primetime press conference to explain to the American people what they get under the third stimulus package. So he will literally tell everyone in prime time, you can go get a $5,000 EIDL grant. You know what that's going to do. It's stimulus stampede. It's stimulus stampede. Literally, he's going to just tell America, hey, you know, there's that $5,000 down the street. Go get it. $5,000. How do you hurry up? Well, this is what's going to happen. You, for the first time ever, are going to have a major press campaign telling people there's money for them, which you didn't have in the second stimulus and you didn't have in the first stimulus. So the fight to get the money is going to be harder than before. That's what I'm specifically telling the viewers of this channel. That's why you need to subscribe. Hit that subscribe on this video right now, because that $5,000 should be yours. I don't want you to miss it because you didn't subscribe. It opened, and then 5 days later you come in and say, what did I miss? What did I miss? You missed $5,000. What do you mean I missed $5,000? You missed $5,000 because you didn't subscribe. The application went live. I had a video on it. You weren't a subscriber. You came in 3 days later, and the money ran out. Well, that's not fair. That's the way the federal government works. They don't have enough money for everyone that does Uber and Lyft to get a $5,000 grant. They will not have enough money for everyone to get $5,000. That's the first one. There's a second one. There is another EIDL grant, which is in the third stimulus package for businesses, which I don't particularly understand, but I'm still going to report to you about it. It basically says that if you apply for an EIDL under the second stimulus and did not get paid, that you can also apply for yours under this package. Now, if you applied for an EIDL in 2020, you can apply for this new one. What it's referring to is second stimulus. But repeat, if you applied for an EIDL back in March or April last year, you can apply for this $5,000 one. All right, then we turn to restaurants. Restaurants have an enormous amount of money available for them. And again, this is free money. This is a grant. How will this occur? It's the same situation. SBA is going to open the application and it's going to run out of money. It's going to be at SBA.gov. What is the calculation for this money? The calculation for this money is 2020 revenue subtracted from 2019 revenue. That is your grant amount. Again, 2020 revenue subtracted from 2019. That is your grant amount. Can we get the $5,000 grant even if we got an EIDL grant before? The bill says you can. Now, SBA may ultimately change something, but so far the bill says you can. The grants for the restaurants will cover payroll, principal and interest, rent, utilities, maintenance expenses. It will also cover other incredible stuff across the board, like covered supplier costs, operational expenses, sick leave, and other expenses that SBA sees fit. This is all huge news. Again, this is up to $5 million per location, but it does have a cap of $500,000 of gross receipts per year. Thank you, Trevor, for the super chat. And also thank you, Frank Morales, for becoming a Purple Hawk. If you've not become a member, today is the day to become a member. The video right before this was the most watched 30 minutes on this channel I think I have ever seen. The video right before this was the most watched 30 minutes I think this channel has ever posted in 30 minutes. And the number of new members in 30 minutes was just incredible. But it all comes back to money. You don't want to miss a penny. You don't want to miss a penny, whether it's a business grant or homeowner's money. Lalate, where are the PDFs? They were posted last night, and they're posted again tonight as well. There you are. Let's cut over to other money that's available for you as well. Now, you just went over the third stimulus package money. That third stimulus package, business grants, are coming. But guess what? There's second stimulus business grants available right now. Not one, but two second stimulus business assistance programs available for you to get literally this minute. The first one is an EIDL loan. It has nothing to do with the grant that I just described to you, so you can get a loan and also get the grant, which I would recommend you to do. The EIDL loan is also at sba.gov. The reason I like it is because it's easy to do. It's an easy form. It's the same form you're going to use for the grant. And it's a very simple form, and most viewers that follow the advice of this channel get funded within 48 hours. And the second thing I like is that it's free money available for you to keep in your bank for 11 months. And if you don't like it, you return it for free. You return all the money, no principal, no interest, no early repayment penalty. Where else can you get that wonderful safety blanket? The other instrument you can get is the PPP. The PPP is wonderful for a series of other reasons. One, it is a grant. It starts as a loan and turns into a grant. Second, no collateral. Third, no credit check. Fourth, it's done by a series of online providers or your local bank, and they actually make it simple for you. They tell you what forms they need. They help you through the process. If you don't do it right, they help you get it done right. I like it because it's so simple, and yes, it's a grant. As we come up on the top of the hour, the big news is unfolding. I'll have more about what's happening in Congress. I'll have more about what's in the third stimulus package as well. I'm really excited for you. The big recap is that the House of Representatives have passed the $14 stimulus check. The president will sign it by the end of today, and away goes that check in the mail starting later this week. But what are the other items that are in the stimulus package? In this recording, you saw that if you are an Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, or Airbnb, you're getting $6,400 of stimulus, a $14 stimulus check, and $5,000 EIDL grant. But the EIDL grant, you have to apply for it. It's not automatic. Number two, the moment it opens, it will run out of money within 3 days, I'm predicting. Number three, if you subscribe to this channel, you're going to see how you get this money and other money right as it opens, because you cannot miss the opportunity to get a free $5,000 if you're eligible. It's free to subscribe, but it's too costly to miss $5,000 when it goes live. Thank you for the new members in this video. If you also not become a member, consider becoming a member, because you have access to the actual language of the law. So you see how to apply for that restaurant grant. What is the eligibility for the business grants and more. And stay with me, because Noontime Lalate has the big breaking developments from Congress to Wall Street coming up in 3 minutes as Noontime Lalate continues.